I really have to do a lot with this office. You can see that I've got lighting stuff, camera gear, my workstation, all kinds of stuff, but yet I haven't done much to decorate the walls. I probably should do something with that. Oh yeah, I love unboxing stuff. Got some review units in the office the other day. Let's check them out here. Let's see what we got. All right. How about this? Virtual reality eyeglasses. I'll be checking those out pretty soon. I think that'd be pretty cool. Let's see what we got. All right. All right. An aroma diffuser. Well, my room could probably use some fresh air, if you know what I mean. It gets kind of stuffy in here. So here's this week's story. For the last 10 years, I've been working on my small business day in and day out, trying to figure out how to grow the thing, right? But I always keep coming across different stumbling blocks. And one of the big ones is when my chief vendors or products that I sell, they also been selling direct for the last 10 years. So they've been one of my largest competitors. I've differentiated myself in the marketplace by offering services, not only selling the software, but training people how to use it, customizing it, setting it up for best practices, and that put me ahead of a lot of my competitors. But things changed in February big time. And let me tell you, sometimes be careful what you ask for, you might just get it. You know what? There's a whole lot more to this story that I want to share with you, so I'll be right back. Yeah, it's lunchtime. So where do you go to eat at quick and in a hurry? McDonald's, which I think has some of the worst food in the world. I don't know about you guys, but I think it kind of blows. No matter what time you come to McDonald's, you're going to sit in a line when you go through the drive-thru. I swear, half the people in Decatur, Indiana go to McDonald's. I don't get it. Yeah, give me a filet fish sandwich, hold the cheese, just tartar sauce only, and give me a double cheeseburger. $5.55. That's cheap eats. Hey, how you doing? Oh, pretty good. Oh, it's really nice. About time too, huh? Yeah, I got locked out of my bank account today. They use this one-time PIN number thing, and every time you go to access your account online, you've got to wait for a call back from the bank to give you a number to log in. I did that as usual this morning, put in the number, and it did nothing. It just didn't respond to it. Then after the third time, it notified me I was locked out of my account. It's a little windy out here. Okay, so the rest of the story, let me get right to this. So I was seeing I had a vendor who was selling direct at the same time that we were also selling through them as well, and they gave us a unlimited line of credit, right? And this worked out really well for us for 10 years. But starting in February, they decide that they are no longer going to sell to, I should have put a dead cat on this thing. They decided they were going to sell, no longer sell direct, I should say, and rather we had to order through a couple distributors. And it's really, the winds are really picking up. And we had our choice between two different distributors. And one we've done business with for a number of years, and they gave us a credit limit, right? I won't go into the exact amount, but it used to be sufficient. Well, it turns out once my vendor no longer went direct, they started referring a ton of business to us. This is something I've always hoped for because it made a lot of sense from a business perspective. But we never anticipated that much business that fast, and neither did my credit people. And suddenly, our orders weren't going through because they said we didn't have enough credit, and I was having to pull money out of my personal savings and pay off accounts that weren't even due in order to keep up. And my wife and I were just totally freaked out. We didn't know what we were going to do because we didn't have enough capital on hand to handle paying all this stuff down. We were taking we still are. We're taking thousands of dollars worth of orders every day. And I was staying up late. I couldn't even sleep for 2 or 3 nights because we would have these long conversations with their credit people, and they go, well, we're a publicly traded company and we used to do business on a handshake. Well, not really a handshake. They had a letter from me, personally guaranteeing my debts with them and so forth. And we've always paid like a shot. We paid off our invoices on or before the due date religiously. But then they started saying, well, we want financial statements. Now we want audited financial statements. Now we need you to prepay your credit line down so you can do more business. And the thing is, I'm in the business to business space, so a lot of companies order on what they call net 30, which means they give 30 days to pay the bill to us, and a lot of them turn it into a lot longer than that. We're talking net 45, net 60, but I've got to make sure that these guys, my credit people, my credit line is paid off within 30 days of issuing me my invoice, and it was a scary time. So needless to say, my wife and I were just really, my wife particularly was very, very upset. She didn't know what we're going to do because we were watching our savings go down, and all of our life savings were essentially on the street with all these companies with our money tied up on these net 30-day terms. So, I told her, I said, honey, don't worry about it. I'm going to make sure that things flow, because cash flow is king to a business. Absolute king. You're just not going to get anywhere without having the cash. And, well, by golly, here's what I did. We really started to tighten up our own credit standards. And one of the things I did is I put a limit on the minimum amount we'd finance on a purchase order. And we even started offering cash discounts if they were paid within 2 weeks. And the other thing I did is I found a way to integrate, I wouldn't say integrate, it's not a great term. I found a old tool on PayPal, because that's who we're currently, we're not just using the regular free PayPal thing, but we also have a PayPal merchant account, which is a different thing altogether. And at any rate, I made sure that we started getting people to pay us in cash rather than ordering on net 30. And we got a large intake of cash. We were able to pay down the balance of our credit line. And the thing is that you want to make sure, I think, that your outstandings, that is your receivables, and your outstandings, your payables, are, as close to in balance as you can. You actually want those receivables to be less than your outstandings, but you certainly once you're in balance, and I began to realize, look, we can handle this and we can make this work. And so for the last 30 days or so, it's been working out. But I was really worried we were going to, actually be broke. We would have money, but it was all tied up in the street. But fortunately, that worked out. But it was a very, very scary situation.